Charlie, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long, extended break for a lot of people. Just tell us how excited you are to put all that to one side and concentrate on fight week now.
Mate, I have. It's hard to describe. I've had a tough time, and being able to come back and do what I love doing and to train again and actually prepare for a fight, it's been amazing. And I can't thank Bellator enough for being able to put on these shows and the extra that they're putting in to make sure that we're safe and we've been able to do what we love and actually put some money in our pockets and food on the table. So it's really exciting.
Your opponent on Saturday, Kiefer, he edged a very tight split decision fight last time out. Did you watch that fight? And if so, what did you learn about him?
I have seen it. I have seen a few of his fights. I actually watched quite a few of his fights before I even knew I was fighting because I like the way he fights. I think the guy's got no quitting in whatsoever. He comes to fight, he's exciting. And the last fight, I actually feel like he didn't showcase as good a skills as he normally does. I felt like he was a little bit off the pace, but he still got the job done. That's, like I say, that's why I actually like watching him fight and the way he goes in and he comes to fight every fight. So it'll be a good one.
You said you like his style as a fighter. You've got 9 KOs on your winning record. I take it you're fully expecting it to be a stand-up fight, trading blows. Is that how you see the fight going?
Pretty much, yeah. I expect him to come out and try and take my head off. And I'm going to meet him in the middle and try and do exactly the same, pretty much. So I know he likes to get into a brawl and really go for it. I think if I can be a bit technically better, then I should win the fight. But I do like a brawl as well. So whatever happens, I know it's going to be exciting, and the fans are going to win from this one anyway. So
3 of his last 4 bouts have been in his hometown in Dublin. Do you feel that fighting on neutral ground this time, with no fans in attendance in the arena, and does that work to your favour at all?
I'm not sure whether it'll be to my favour because it's going to be strange for both of us. I mean, fighting with no crowd at all is going to be new for both of us, so I don't know how it works. But, I mean, he is used to being in a crowd of 9,000 people screaming his name. So coming in as the not the hometown favourite and stuff like that may make it a little bit easier for me, and it may affect him more. But like I say, it's going to be the same for both of us. It's going to be the quiet room, and it's going to be a bit strange, but best man will win. So,
Gareth.
Hi, Charlie. Gareth A. Davis from the Daily Telegraph. Hi. I wanted to ask, there hasn't been much talk about people's stories today in this Zoom session. You've got a very interesting background. Can you tell us how you got into MMA and how you've progressed to this level?
It was a bit strange. I mean, I never really was into fighting that much when I was younger. I always played football. So I was signed to Watford as a youngster. I then spent my early teens and into my 20s playing for Wealdstone, and loved the football career up until I was about 25. And I felt like the game was changing, and I fell out of love with it. Now, my brother was a decent amateur boxer, so I'd always watched combat sports and always watched boxing and always loved the sport of MMA. And then finally found somewhere to train at about 25 and walked into a scout hut for my first session, not really expecting to see David Lee actually coaching in a scout hut. And there he was teaching, and I didn't look back since. I went in there, quit football after about 2 months of training, done a couple of amateurs, and then that was it. Started turning pro.
So it really is almost like you fell in love with something and it became, the love of your life, and then you just fell in love with something else almost immediately. And what was it about MMA?
You know what? It was the whole aspect of combat sport. Do you know what I mean? It was the competition of this is the best fighter in the world. Do you know what I mean? If you're the best at MMA, you are the best fighter in the world. I know you've got the boxers and you've got your kickboxers and you've got all these different aspects to it. If you can put it all together as an MMA fighter, then it makes you the best in the world. Do you know what I mean? and it's a competition. I like to test myself. I like to try and push myself as hard as I possibly can. And you don't get any better competition than MMA. Do you know what I mean? So it was, it was definitely love at first training. Basically, I fell in love with it as soon as I started, and that was it.
And also, I suppose you discovered, and you may have known this before you did it, that in a team sport, you can have your greatest or your worst game, but you're either winning or losing either way. It doesn't matter. You can have your greatest game and you get hammered. You could have your worst game and you win the cup or you win the league that day. But whereas in what you're doing now, it's all on you. And I suppose that's what thrills you, really. Yeah,
that is a big part. It's a strange one. I mean, in football, you're always reliant on your team as well. Do you know what I mean? Like you say, you can be having a great game and you're trying to get your team through it, and people are having off days, and you end up losing. Where MMA, I mean, people say it's not a team sport, it's individual. And the thing is, I wouldn't be here without my team, without everyone putting all that effort in and helping me out day in, day out. So it is a team sport in that sense. But when that cage door shuts, I mean, my corner team do as much as they possibly can by shouting at me. But like you say, it's all down to me. If I perform, then I win, or a lot of the time. If I don't perform, then I don't win most of the time. So that is it. It is a lot of aspects. It's down to me, and that's what I like.
Can't wait to see you on Saturday night, mate. Thanks very much.
Appreciate it. Cheers, mate.
All right, Charlie, thank you very much for the time, and good luck the rest of the week.